There's a psychologist at Stanford, a big-time psychologist at Stanford. Look him up. His name's Albert Bandura, and he calls the result that we call creative confidence self-efficacy. The sense that you kind of know how the world's put together, and that you can achieve what you set out to do.
By the way, David started coming to me talking about Bandura, and I think, this guy's super famous. A psychologist you're just a Stanford guy talking. He's your favorite Stanford psychologist. No, look him up. Wikipedia, most famous living psychologists. In the history, in the 20th century, the ranking of psychologists, that would be Freud, right? Okay, heard of him. Skinner, Piaget, Bandura. That's absurd, but Wikipedia never lies. Bandura in fact, he changed the research for the rest of his life, stopped focusing on phobias, and he started focusing on this ability to change your beliefs about yourself, right? And this is what's happened in the creatively confident people that we interviewed. It's not just they're good at stuff. They certainly, many of them adopted new tools, a lot of tools we would call design thinking. But it's not that they have new tools, a new tool set, they have a new mindset, right? And so they think differently about themselves. And wow, that gets to be fun. We've been working for 30 years on innovations, which is really fun, and I'm sure many of you experience that. But wow, working on innovators it's more fun. And so in spite of my skepticism about that whole Stanford thing, I was won over by the 100 interviews.
So the point of this creativity that happens, this confidence that happens to these students is it changes, and they report it over and over again. It doesn't just change the way they look at school or their vocation. It changes lots of things in their lives. They have more kind of stick-to-itiveness. They make better decisions. They come up with different and better ideas. And so it's quite a radical change that happens to these students after they've built this confidence. And so it's so gratifying. As a professor, I was happy if a couple of students a year came in my office and said, "Ooh, I liked your class." And now we've got, you got a steady stream of people saying, "You changed my life." That's a really different feeling.